Welcome, insiders. I am here with Josue from Dominican, and he has some amazing success on YouTube and also Instagram, but we'll be covering the YouTube side of things. He was able to build up a following of over 200,000 followers on his channels and social media in less than a year. So he's going to be sharing with us some insights on how he did that and how he started monetizing it with sponsorship and how he even got offered an opportunity to be on a professional sports team and meet some of the top YouTubers like Tim Schmoyer. So I was really, really excited. Thanks for being on here, Josue, and I'm
Yeah,
really happy to have you. So welcome.
yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Great. So let's go into your story. Tell the audience a bit about how you got started. How did you get into
hmm
social media and YouTube, and how did you start building up your following?
Yeah. So basically, for me, it was very it was very real at the beginning because my goal was to become a professional soccer player, a professional football player, and that's the reason why I started, this whole social media, Instagram, YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's like how it started. I didn't really know what I was doing. If you see my first videos, they're so cringeworthy. It's so bad. But I started learning. We just went for it. People made fun of me. Like people were like, "Oh, this is the guy from," my friends were like, "Oh, you're the guy from YouTube." They started mocking me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my goal was to become a professional football player and I knew, like, coming from a third world country, Dominican Republic, I knew that if I didn't put myself out there, no opportunity was going to come to me,
Right.
just from the sky. So I knew that I had to put myself out there, and that's what I did.
Okay.
And like that's kind of how I started. I started studying photography, videography. I learned editing by myself, all
Uh
that
huh.
stuff. So that's how I went about it.
Okay. So what kind of like videos did you start putting up there? Like what niche for your channel?
Yeah, so basically, I thought when I began, I thought I was, the most amazing guru ever, and that people were gonna love me just because I was cool, quote
Y-
unquote.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, for example, I love fitness and I like working out,
Uh huh.
and I thought, hey, fitness and soccer are quote unquote related,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna do both in one channel, and then I'm gonna do pranks and the pickup line pranks videos, that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
like I was just mixing and throwing everything together into
Okay.
just one channel, thinking it was gonna work. And the reality was that it wasn't, right? I was building an audience that was interested in soccer. I was building an audience that was interested in fitness, and then pranks, and like it was all over the place.
Right.
So whenever I put a soccer video, people that were actually interested in fitness didn't care about that.
Yeah.
And then it was a big mess in my channel. And I realized, like, I wasn't growing, like I wasn't making, like I was putting a lot of time into all the videos and stuff, and I
Yeah.
wasn't getting the traction I wanted. So that's when I decided to split the channel into just fitness and then another one into soccer,
Okay.
and that, like, each one of them took off. Obviously, it was still a lot of work, so
Yeah.
both of them took off, and that's kind of I went about it. And then yeah, that's like kind of what happened. Like, just one tip right there: just focus on one niche. Don't try to do
A
everything, because like
niche.
if you try to reach everybody, you'll end up reaching nobody.
Okay, that's really really powerful because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to put videos out there, but they don't know who they're targeting. So,
Yeah,
good
exactly.
good good tip. Um, so you start building up both channels and you start getting lots of followers. How do you start making money on YouTube?
Yeah, so basically, for example, I before I thought, like, oh, the only way to make money on YouTube is with sponsorship and Google and AdSense, right?
Yeah.
But the reality is that there's a lot more money to be made on YouTube, and even if with a small audience. Like, I didn't understand it back then, but right now it's just like mind blowing.
Uh huh.
Like, people can actually make good money with less than 100 followers, like 100 subscribers, less than 1,000 subscribers. Like, it's definitely possible. Tim Schmoyer, with who I consult with and work with, I've consulted several times with on YouTube.
Uh huh.
I worked with him when it comes to Instagram too. He when he started, I think, like from zero, from zero to month zero
Yeah.
to 6 months, he grew to 3,000 subscribers, and in that period of time, he was making over $10,000 a month from YouTube.
Wow.
So and the reason is because, like, you build a business model, and basically what you do is build a sales funnel
Mm-hmm.
or sell to your audience. The only reason why sponsorship will pay you is because they can make their money back
Yeah.
while selling to your audience. So why not just sell to your audience directly? That's, even if you don't have a product, just find affiliate products and ClickBank or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just sell to your audience. Like, that's the most powerful way, I would say, to make money. Like, screw AdSense, screw that, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
This penny is on the dollar. Like for 1,000 views, you get $2. But
Yeah.
if the same 1,000 views, you sell something to them, and they only 10% of them pay you $10. You just made $1,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's one of those things that people don't really think about. Like, oh, you can get paid by AdSense $2 for 1,000 views, or I can get paid 1,000 views, $1,000 for the same 1,000 views if I sell $10 to 100 people.
Yeah.
So and that's not even counting all the things that could come by, like into the funnel, or that's just one product just out of the blue. So it's that's kind of how you actually build a business on YouTube and social media in general, really.
Right. Wow. Incredible. So tell us a bit more about your story so you started making money with affiliate offers and building up your funnel, getting leads in your email list, things like this. But I think what's really exciting is that this football team reached out to you. So how did that happen, and what was it?
So okay, so basically what happened, like when at that particular time I was diving into marketing and understanding funnels and selling
Uh-huh.
to the audience, but I really wanted doing, like, I was getting at that time cleats, free soccer cleats, free supplements for fitness and stuff like that,
Yeah.
just because of the audience I built. And what happened was a company that's not really, for example, the team is just an agency that puts the players in the team,
Yeah.
reached out to me and said, hey, I want to like partner up with you, right? And just like put you in front of here and document basically your journey.
Uh-huh.
And for me, honestly, like that was just like, a dream come true, because I've been playing soccer or football since I was like 14, 15.
Wow.
And I've been like, multiple injuries. I've broken both of my ankles. Just enormous amount of injuries I had, and just like kept pushing through it, even though, like, my mom was like, oh, blah, 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 you shouldn't be doing, like, my
Yeah.
friends, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And in Dominican Republic, I played first division. I had opportunity to make a pro over there. I decided to move to the States
Yeah.
because, there wasn't really money. I just played semi-pro here, even against professional teams. And then I got this chance. I'm like right there, just grasping it. And just because of the social media presence, I was able to get that chance. So, like,
Wow.
technically my dream, and the reason why I started social media the first time I was able to make it, because I got reached out by this company saying, hey, I want to work with you because you have this reach. I want you to promote us,
Yeah.
and in exchange, I will put you in this team, like in front of this team, and just you can just play here. So, like, I
Wow.
had the chance to make it to the pro. And, yeah, and then I said no.
So now you've got the audience hooked. Why did you say no?
Yeah, it honestly, like, that has been, like, looking back, it's been probably the hardest decision of my life,
Mm.
to say no, because, like, it's sorry, like, football was my life,
Yeah.
um it was just like something that I worked for like 10 years, like, I don't know, 8 years, something, every night and day. I made a lot of sacrifices for it, and
Yeah.
then just being there saying no. The reason why I say, like, at the time I had like a broken toe, so I broke my
Right.
toe, and I wasn't able to play like before they contacted me. So, and during that time frame, I was still training at the gym because I don't want to lose my physical athletic ability.
Uh-huh.
But at the time I was also building, I like dove deep into the actual business of social media and like building that into
Yeah.
actual business. So, and then when they contacted me, I was healed, I was training, whatever. But I realized something, like, the players that I was playing against that were pros, like I was playing against professional players, like I was already, in that level, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But I realized that they didn't have freedom, like they were not making money.
Ah.
They were not, they were happy per se, like playing, yes, but
Mm.
you don't have the freedom to do whatever you want, right? So, for me, it came to the point that people always say, "Oh, follow your heart." I'm like, screw your heart. Follow, like, think, like, be analytical. So,
Yeah.
like, for me, it was an analytical decision. It was not with the heart. But
Right.
now, looking back, it was hard. Like, even like right now, it still like feels nostalgic about it.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that it was the best decision, because if I would have taken it,
Yeah.
I'm not Messi, I'm not Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna make $10 million per year
Hmm.
playing soccer. I know that, but with social media, you have the freedom to play whatever. Like, if I want to play soccer right now, I can just go.
Yeah.
If I want to travel, I can just travel. Like, well, right now I'm traveling.
Yeah.
So, like, so it was that decision that I'm like, do I really want this over absolutely everything,
Yeah.
or I actually want to have the freedom to do whatever the heck I want, to travel, to make money, to enjoy, to enjoy the little things in life, to be with my family too, because
Mm.
you know, pro athlete, you're never with your family.
Wow.
So it was a hard decision. Like it wasn't easy, but I think it was worth it. But still, part of me is like, dang, Josue, you should have. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things.
Oh wow, what a story, what a success story. Thank you for sharing that. I think it's a big testimony to what the power of social media and YouTube can change people's lives. I mean, you had your dream in front of you, and then you had this opportunity for freedom where you could play soccer anytime you wanted. So
Yeah,
it really shows that people building up a YouTube channel, even with a small following, can achieve that financial freedom to do what
hmm
they love instead of doing what they love and struggling their whole life, but
yeah,
having that income stream 24/7. Wow.
yeah, exactly. Like what I thought was like, I'm gonna play football or soccer for the next what 5, maybe if I'm lucky 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And make what, like 50,000 a year,
Mm,
80,000 a year, right? Or maybe if I'm lucky, maybe 6 figures.
yeah.
Um, and that would be cool, right? But I will have freedom. And what happens if I get injured? Like I've been injured several times before, even though every single time I overcome it.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Or I can have actually the freedom that I want, and actually enjoy life, because like you really don't enjoy, like the only thing, like you make a lot of sacrifices as a player, like even as a semi-pro player, and a
Uh-huh.
first division player that I did. I made a lot of sacrifices. I wasn't going out. I didn't hang out with friends and stuff like that. Even like business is the same thing, but the freedom that you get once you build everything and just like have a working system, it's a lot different. I don't know. So.
Wow, incredible.
Mhm.
Incredible. So so let's just wrap this up a bit and maybe a few tips for people just starting out on YouTube. So they built up a following, they found some affiliate products. Anything anything you would really focus on as a starting out on YouTube? What would be some of your top suggestions?
So I would say model success.
Okay.
Don't not try to reinvent the wheel. Like that was my biggest mistake. On Instagram, the success I've seen has been, on social media in general, has been like just because of I was modeling success. I decided I wasn't seeing success for a very long time. I was putting in the hard work. I'm like, what the heck? Why is this thing not working?
Yeah.
Like I'm just putting in so much time into this, and I bet a lot of creators and people are like thinking this way, but it comes back to the same thing. Like you have to also think, like you have to be analytical. Like this is not only an art, this is also a science.
Yeah.
So you have to be analytical. So model success. See what other people are doing that are successful. And what I mean see,
Uh-huh.
like how the camera is framing, how they're lighting, how they're speaking, what
Right.
are they saying at the beginning, how they're beginning the videos, how they're closing the videos, how they're pitching, everything that goes into it. You
Okay.
have to what it's called in the sales funnel world, funnel hacking.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to funnel hack your competitors, your influencers, and then simple model success and see what they're doing.
Okay.
Um, and then like basically create a system. Basically for me right now, the best way is to simply create a system basically that allows you to create great quality videos,
Uh-huh.
but allows you to free up your time when it comes to editing and creating them. You
Okay.
don't want to spend I don't know 20, 30 hours like I was doing per video editing just because you think it's cool.
Yeah.
The reality is like nobody cares. Like nobody cares of the videos. You don't actually bring value to them. It's better to have a system in place that you can create videos really fast. They're valuable to your audience. That everybody loves you, but you can actually still make money with it. So it's kind of a balance between the art and the science. You have to just model success.
Right. So when you're talking about the system, are you talking about like outsourcing the editing or just make it really simple? Like what exactly do you mean by
Yeah.
that?
So basically, that could be part of it.
Yeah.
But basically, for example, for me, a simple way is just basically a system or a format of your videos. So,
Okay.
for example, um, if you look like the biggest YouTubers
Hmm.
in like in the space ever, they always have a format. Every single one of them, except like bloggers, they might like diverge a little bit because it's just like random, like holding a camera.
Yeah.
But like every single person that sits in front of the camera and talks, usually, let's say they're speaking about a topic. They say, like, I'm just going to throw an example here.
Yeah. Yeah.
we always hear people saying that you cannot grow on Instagram. So in this video, we go over 4 simple tips where you can grow Instagram. Blah blah blah. And then the intro
Oh,
comes,
okay.
and then this channel starts like, hello, my name is Josue Peña, and on this channel we talk about blah 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 blah, and we're gonna talk about 4 simple tips on how to grow Instagram. You know, like that kind of format. It
Right.
pre-frames people's mind on what the video is about, what is valuable, if they're gonna stay or not, that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
it's
Got it.
basically a format, and it helps you to on editing because okay, the beginning is here, boom, cut it, boom, boom, cut it. So
Okay.
it becomes really simple to edit the videos too, and a video that might take you 5 hours before to edit, it might take you 1 hour now, and
Right.
filming it might take you an hour, while before it took you 3 hours. So you save a lot of time by just having a format. It's just like TV shows. TV
Yeah.
shows always have a format, like Friends, like one of the biggest comedy shows, like Game of Thrones. Everything has a format,
Yeah.
and like, people just follow and love. And if you can find your own format by modeling success, you see somebody else's format,
Yeah.
and then you model it to your own style. You implement your own format. People are gonna love it. So
Wow. Thank you so much for that tip. I think that's really powerful, especially people starting out. They
yeah,
they get frustrated. They're like, "Oh, this is so hard. There's so much editing." But when you have it down in the system like you do, it's going to save so much time, and the audience gets to love that format and gets to
hmm
expect that. So they become
yeah,
like
exactly.
raving fans. They're like, "Oh, I love this channel. I'm always going to be following this," and
hmm
so on. Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. So tell us how our audience, our viewers can reach you or follow you or check out your website.
Yeah, sure thing. Right now, for example, I only have the fitness channel, the soccer channel. I put it kind of on hold because I'm not, pursuing that anymore.
Yeah.
So the fitness channel is called Elation Fitness. You can find it on Instagram or
Okay.
YouTube.
Well, click
Um,
below. I'll put the link
yeah,
there.
yeah. Or you can like also find my on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. It's just Josue Peña. It's Josue Peña. I also have a channel that I'm launching more dedicated to entrepreneurship and social media and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's also it's either going to be digital CEOs or online CEOs,
Okay.
and probably around there. So that's like I'm working on several products and stuff like that. I right now I own 4 different businesses. So that
Wow.
one, an agency, a men's grooming brand, and the fitness. So
Wow.
it's
Amazing.
exciting. It's exciting.
Four,
And
four,
social media, really, yeah.
4+ income streams, and then you scale from
Oh
there.
yeah, and like every single one of the businesses have multiple income streams. Like for example, the fitness one has sponsorships, affiliates, its own products, and then consulting or coaching. So like
Wow.
I would say 4 or 5. Oh, and then AdSense. By the way, I forgot about AdSense.
AdSense. Yeah.
I don't even take into account AdSense because it's so small. It's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, AdSense too. So yeah, I
Wow.
will say like each business has like 5 income streams. Yeah.
Wow, incredible. Okay, so for those of you watching, thanks for watching. Click on the links below. Check out Josue's channels. Sign up, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on this interview, Josue. So, thanks for your
All right, no
time,
problem.
and
Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
welcome.